Good evening. Welcome to the live stream. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. If you're watching this in the aftermath, it's great that you got a chance to do that. I'm going to be speaking on Kylie Rodney this evening. Check over my notes real quick. This could be part of it too. I'll read that afterwards. Hold on just a second. Okay. So, I guess I have an issue with everyone taking the roadside assistance guy as if it was, let's just say, credible. Let me do a disclaimer real quick. This video, as well as all my other videos, are my opinion speculations only, right? For sake of discussion and conversation and discovery and research. So, to me, there's no contemplation when it comes to the roadside assistance that alleged claim to have seen Kylie Rodney Saturday at Boca Reservoir, which is very close to Prosser Lake. Because people seem to think that, there was sightings of Kylie Saturday at Boca. There's zero evidence that happened. There's zero evidence that, what is his name again? Nick G, right? Nick G. He never had any interaction with the police or anyone from law enforcement. Otherwise, they would have a memory of it, for one. It would be in the record, for two. Let me put it to you this way. Say, I never met a certain someone, right? Anyone, just anyone. You have someone in mind? Think of anyone that you can imagine, right? That you can think of. And I don't know that person, okay? I've never met them. I've never seen them. I don't know anything about them, right? How they're supposed to look or how they're supposed to act. And so allegedly there would be a lot of commotion going on. It's the weekend, right? A lot of things happening. And so, what the heck on God's good earth is that? One moment. Well, I'm not sure what it was. Maybe a guitar fell off the wall or something. So, as I'm saying, and by the way, if we have any issues with the stream, it's because the Wi-Fi is out and we need to call AT&T to come out and fix the Wi-Fi. So temporarily, if we lose connection or whatever, I'll just be right back. Almost thought we were having an earthquake. My shell lamp is even shaking around a little bit. So back to my point, and it's right, it's late in the night. I'm already tired and everything, but I just didn't want to wait anymore to get this out. But first of all, I'm not crediting anyone or anything, okay? When no one had any information that was factual information as far as Kylie Rodney, the time frame, who was all involved, when, where, what, why, and how, and who. Where, what, why, how, and who, right? Because we have no idea as how Kylie Rodney met up with Mags to somehow end up at Prosser, allegedly. But I'm going what's factually been put out there that's logical that we can actually go with, which is the last phone ping, 12:33 a.m., August 6th of 2022, Prosser Lake. Well, that's rather odd because there's a fire cam video that came out. California Cal Fire cams. They look out for wildfires fires out in the forests, in the woods, because we have problems about fires in California, as the whole world knows. Okay, and I understand, and I don't understand at the same time, about everybody being hung up on SF, or about everyone being hung up on Zanime. I don't get it. Irrelevant. Okay. The one that would have had the closest chance to getting to the truth didn't play it that way, so we just have to just accept it for what the shit show that it was, and still is. But I don't give any credibility to any service, to any car. My point was this: I never met a certain someone. I'm going to go meet them for the first time, right? I have no idea what they look like. So I seen them briefly for maybe 10 minutes in broad daylight, allegedly, right? So if I've never seen them before, right, I'm thinking that if the person that I met up with was driving the same similar car as later on I find out was a missing person with that same similar car, right? Then you find out that the last phone ping was at 12:33 at Prosser Lake, which happens to be the same time that the car entered into the water in the fire cam, and the witness was across the lake. Those are all logical things to me. Think whatever you want out of it. Think that um, there's higher ups involved, and that Pelosi's grandson was there, or whatever you want to think about that bullshit. Like, it ain't that deep, dude. It is, but it isn't. Absolutely no adults had any clue of what was happening, which makes me think that's the reason why they needed to have another name to call that gathering that night on the 6th of August of 2022 on the first quarter moon, which sat at 12:23 a.m. that morning. There was no precipitation. And by the way, I heard that the water temperature being mentioned. I was there myself in person, and put my own hand in the water, and the water did feel reasonably warm. I would say an easy 76 to 78 degrees, and it's completely possible. And next time I'll just take a thermometer with me. We'll let it float in the water. But of course, it won't be the same because the weather won't be the same. The whole everything won't be the same, right? But we know that if it's really, really hot around the surface and edges of the water, will be warmer than, say, deeper in the towards the center of the lake or of whatever it is you're trying to assess. So back to that again. So if if I if I seen, or if I thought I seen someone that's missing and their car, I'm thinking perhaps it was their car, right? That convinced me that I actually saw the person that I didn't see, right? It's almost like Kylie's case is set up that way, okay? It's meant to confuse you and to make you, when you think that you got a direction, right? You're like, oh shit, there's like five other directions. Which direction is it? But that's what I'm talking about. Deciphering through things, having discernment and understanding to accept once you know the answer to something, not to keep going around in circles about it anymore. So in my case, I don't give any credit to the AAA guy. I don't ever, I don't believe that he ever worked for AAA. Um, I don't think there's any video footage of any such things. Um, I mean, why does everybody think that is? Why all the shenanigans and all the runaround and all the bullshit stories and all the rumors and all the, oh, I'm gonna go back and check and see, if they have the footage. Or of course they have the footage. I just don't have access to it. Come on, Jack. So it seems like we have a lawless town in Truckee, California. The place is lawless, right? You can go to Truckee, California, and like, hey, it's evidently legal over there to like steal people's identity and shit. Like, I don't know, use their AAA policy number to get roadside assistance to come out, and then you're like portraying to be somebody else. That's all illegal activity, bro. So I don't know what's up with the law enforcement over there in the lawless Truckee, California, where you don't want to raise your kids. That's right. Well, the adults there seem to think that it's cool to do dangerous things um, in the middle of the night if you're underage. They don't think any parent should be held responsible for failure and neglect of their duties as parents to ensure their children's safety. So, in my mind and in my heart and in my everything, the roadside assistance is null and void in my mind and in everything because it just didn't take place. It didn't happen. In a real life situation, as I stated before, law enforcement or the news outlets would be asking the public for their assistance if anyone was a witness to seeing that car at Boca during that time of that day. Had that been a real situation, and oh, this certain individual was so blown away by the circumstance or situation that he just was in trying to help this person that thought that their car was having issues, when come to find come to find out, we both figured out by then that the car was in neutral. It's like, come on, dude. You know what I mean? Can't you come up with a better damn story than that, Jack? It just sounds so elementary to me, dude. I'm just saying. This whole bullshit deal, dude, from the gate, when I heard it, I'm like, oh no, Jack. These people freaking think that I'm freaking insulting my damn intelligence, is what it is. Put it bluntly to you. Let's see how much we can complicate the situation. The better question, instead of saying, did this really happen? I mean, everyone's assuming that that really happened when there's zero evidence of it even happening at all. I mean, why do you think that Nick wasn't using his own phone to track down on the GPS where he was allegedly at Saturday? The same day, coincidentally, as his girlfriend's father's birthday. Ain't that something? A day to remember, all right. It's a day to remember that he couldn't remember, you mean? What the F do you mean by that? Come on, Jack. I mean, if you're gonna try to tell some bullshit story, you can at least make it sound believable. I'm thinking like a bunch of seventh and eighth graders put this shit together and they're thinking it's gonna fly, right? So again, it's lawless Truckee, California, where they don't investigate anyone for anything. And we have 18-year-olds running search teams and teens and all kinds of teens that aren't even teens at all. Jack. Ugly little damn liars is all they are. I mean, not the majority of them, because the majority of them don't know. But the few that do, I mean. Because Sammy wasn't in it alone, right? So who was Sammy pregnant by, anyways? See, because I don't think that it was even Kylie at all that was pregnant, ever, in my opinion. However, I do believe that Sammy was. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't true, but um when you live in the party crazy life, you can't get pregnant, dude. That's screwing up your freaking plans, That's cutting into your program. You can't have that shit, right? And also interrupting the money making process of being young and running the streets, as they put it, right? So they said. So, uh, for that one certain Truckee local that seems to think that Sammy Smith is the underdog, check yourself, bitch. Sammy's known by everybody. Sammy don't need attention from nobody, dude. However, though, they needed to find another name for that little gathering where they're going to be doing illegal gambling and illegal fight clubs. That's right. I give zero credit to Nick, the roadside guy. Damn, zero credit to the top that was found, the sightings of Kylie or whoever they thought that they were seeing. Um, because there's only one car with the license plates that were on Kylie's car, which was on Kylie's car when her car was recovered. I'd have no reason to think that Kylie and her car were anywhere else other than in the water after 12:33 August 6th of 2022. Period. All this other shenanigans just adds to the more complexity of trying to untangle this messed up freaking ball of shit that they wrap themselves up in. But as we already know, I've already made it clearly obvious that without aspirating water, I can guarantee you, no animal, no man, human, baby, grown up, old man, whatever, no one, no one passes away from drowning without aspirating water. Plain and simple. If you can't comprehend that, seek medical attention immediately. Okay? And I'm talking like psychological help because there's issues. People should accept the most basic things in life, which is humans breathe air, period. I rest my case. End of sentence. End of story. The end. What was I saying all along? What footage from AAA? Oh, and how convenient. How convenient. Oh, I'm going to try to get the freaking coordinates to the freaking GPS so that I can prove that I really saw Kylie at Boca. Yeah, bullshit, jackass. Okay. If anybody can bring forth proof of any of that, I myself will turn water into wine. Promise. Oh, oh, man. I can find it better on my phone. Well, where is your phone? Why wasn't he looking through the GPS coordinates in his phone? Why was he doing it from Doug's phone? Oh, it's different on this phone. How come? Hey, it was so weird that you didn't call the police and you called your girlfriend and then all of a sudden you just forgot about it. That's how weird it was. Then a week later you walk into this coffee shop. Which coffee shop is this? That's a bunch of crap that I don't think even happened at all, period. At all whatsoever. No coffee shop, no flyer, no call to the detectives. Hey, for all I care, no girlfriend's dad's birthday, bitch. Okay? Like, lie to someone else. The question is, what's in it for Nick? Or did he really truly believe that whoever was playing to be Kylie in the double car, the double CRV, because believe you me, there was at least two or three, at least two for sure. But I believe that there's a third one even. I just do because I do. You know, and she looked like she'd been up all night. Oh, did she look intoxicated or anything like that? Oh, well, we're not really like ever looking for stuff like that, but it kind of just looked like she'd been there all night because she was wearing a sweater, so she looked like she'd been there all night. And this whole bullshit, like, oh, her and the dude were on opposite sides of the car. They were never like on the same side of the car. Pardon me. At the same time, as if they were trying to like hide something in the back of the vehicle. Jack, such naive people. Just like all the sheep lined up. Such naive people, dude. Believe every single thing they hear. Dude, I don't even believe freaking everything I see with my own two eyes. Nonetheless, what my ears might hear from 1,000 different scenarios and speculations that none of them fit logic in my mind. By the way, people that are higher up don't get rid of people like this. And why would they want to get rid of a kid in the first place? Because Kylie was that. Just get off of that bullshit, dude. The thing is, Kylie was chosen because she wasn't popular and she was talented and she had enormous light about herself. And, you know, the more gifted, you know, the more rewarded they feel like they'll be, right? For taking that away. But it's whatever they think it is, you know, fake in their own minds. But I mean, that is if you're willing to trade whatever it is that you're gaining while you're here in the flesh for you know, the eternal exchange in which you'll get in return in the spiritual realm, in which I don't think that in weighing both scenarios you can make up the wrong decision. Come on, it's not too hard to figure out, right? We're only here for a snap of a second, like just so fast, right? You blink your eyes and 20 years have gone by. So let me take a look at my notes before I get more lost. My thoughts here. Okay, let me see. Oh, I had some good news today. Those terrible tenants. God, I can't believe the nightmare. Success at last. They're going to be getting served a notice. And it's the best thing for everybody. It just is. But I'm rubbing my eyes because I'm tired. It's been a long day. Okay, now let's see here. Take a look at my notes real quick. What do we have here? At what time was Tony Dodge interview with Sammy Smith? That was his normal time to go live. I think his regular program hours was like, I don't know, in the evening. I know that. Maybe around 7 or 8, maybe, or 9, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see what else. When did Sammy Smith and Lindsay meet after Kylie went into the lake? Question mark. Where is proof Sammy Smith went home or got a ride with anyone? There's no proof of that. These are all my highlighted points. There has not been confirmation. Nick from AAA checked the license plate on the Honda CRV at Boca Saturday between 11 and noon. See? There's no evidence at all, period. It was Kylie. What time did Lindsay call 911? I guess it was at 10 something in the morning, or 9 something, I mean. 9 something, yeah. 9:17 or whatever. It was before 10 a.m. 9:08 or something. Okay, now look at, what does it say? Megan drove to the teen. How did she find where Sammy Smith was? Good question. Yeah, look, Megan Cole was going crazy because Perplexed was comparing Sammy Smith to Chris Watts, and Megan started blowing spokes and going all crazy and haywire and shit. And she's just like, ting, 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 blowing spokes in her head. She's like, I gotta go find Sammy. So, how did she find Sammy? And how she find out where Sammy was and who told her about it? That's another great question too. It's true, no, it is. Oh, what'd you guys think about my short video of Judy VT admitting that she um took away someone's channel, and then she's like, oh, she's mad because she's upset because I took her channel away, but she's got her channel back. I think they were talking about my show. Not sure though. I'm usually pretty precise in my predictions. Let's see here. Who said Kylie's car was uh, uh, pardon me. So yeah, who said that Kylie's car was moving, but she didn't know and ended up in the lake? Huh? Because somebody said that. Remember? Oh, she didn't even know her car was moving. Well, most people that aren't breathing aren't aware of anything. So then, which is interesting. So we have people thinking that maybe Kylie didn't know that her car was moving and so she accidentally ended up in the lake. But wait, I thought that the narrative was that Kylie got wasted and drove herself into the lake. Which is it? Or wait, I thought she was abducted. My God. There were so many scenarios. Golly gee whiz, let me think, which one could it be that's the actual truthful one? Oh yeah, the one where everybody said nobody saw her leave. Prosser. Remember? Because everybody said, oh, none of us saw her leaving. Well, that's because she never left. Fascinating. See, it's not too hard to figure out. If they would have thought about it, look, everybody said Kylie never left. Wow, then that must mean she's in the water. OMG. One thing's for sure. Without truth, there's absolutely zero honor. Okay? Just so everyone's aware. Without truth, there is no honor, no matter what it is. I can't think of one circumstance where that would be proven otherwise. I just really can't. So, what's my next point to say to you? Let's see here. I'm going to go back to my other notes that I made today, which was in accordance with the Ninja Chihuahua review of Doug Bishop's on Zab Girl panel. I'm looking for my notes, the correct notes. Where are they? I'm almost there. Holy shit, cowboy. Is this it? That's not it. Is this it? That's not it either. I'm tripping out. Is this it? This is it. There it is. My thoughts on Doug on Zab panel. Okay, number one, Nick AAA did not service Kylie's car. Yeah, in my opinion, he did not. Zero proof of it. Number two, the sightings at Boca was a CRV double. In my opinion. Come on. Number three, the car entered the water on 8/6/2022 at 003 between 0033 and 003438 because that's when the lights were no longer seen in the water. That's when the car descended completely 100% into the water at 003438. Okay? I'll never forget that time. On on a first quarter moon, yep, just as tomorrow night, or tonight I should say. The 14th is the first quarter moon for June. So number 4, the water temperature was extremely warm. Yep. And recorded to have been between 76 and 78 in my opinion. Do your own research. Find the answers. Okay, because I already read that somewhere. Number 5. Is anyone still contemplating whether Nick G, the roadside or AAA guy, saw Kylie and her car on Saturday at Boca? In my opinion, will never find truth. Okay. Number 6, logic that is factually supported by evidence, which is the last phone ping at 0033. Wait. Which coincidentally matches with the fire cam video released by SF. Okay, it is wrong to judge SF on the fire cam video because of everything else shady that he did or said, right? Because if not SF, somebody eventually would have thought of the fire cams, and that would have been trippy. Imagine if SF didn't think about the fire cams and they didn't come out and they ruled Kylie's death an accident as they did, and then the fire cams came out later, right? And then they wouldn't have modified the cams right away. We would have had access to them for a longer period of time, and then we would have been able to hold that against them. But notice how they didn't mention the AAA guy. That didn't happen, in my opinion. Oh shit, I lost my nail today. Interesting, at least it didn't hurt. And it didn't bleed. It was my longest nail. It was so long, bro. Yeah. Okay, now look. Now let's discuss this further, okay? The fire cam did not make my mind my mind up for me. I never wavered from my initial thoughts and feelings. Same thing, some things have changed, some things more clear. The fire cams further confirmed they obviously did something to Kylie. Otherwise, there'd be no need to conceal what they did. 100% facts. No, there is no. What is that? Okay. Seeing Kylie. There's, as far as Nick seeing Kylie at all at Boca. Furthermore, there was no contact with Ellie at all from Nick G. Because remember, Doug said, "Hey, I called the detective." I guess which detective is this? They never even said his name. Why not? We're keeping detectives' names secrets too. Just like shutting off everyone's cell phones so that nobody knows that they found Kylie yet. What is the holdup and the deal with that bullshit? Like they felt entitled to like keep secrets. Say what? They did what? Well, don't they know that's against the law? Yep. It's true, it is. You can't cover up a crime. You cannot. That's against the law. It's true, it is. Most definitely not allowed to do that. They can get in big, gigantic trouble for that. So that's all the notes that I have written down for today. I got tons of other notes. This is my second notebook already, and it's like, I don't know, like a 3 subject. No, it's 120 sheets. 3 subject notebook. Yeah, college ruled 3 subject notebook. It's not thin, in other words. So my point to this live is to say that, I don't waste any time contemplating anything that to me doesn't make logical sense. I don't know who Nick G, the AAA roadside guy, is. I don't know how he got involved and was inserted into Kylie Rodney's case. I don't think that, if it even happened at all, I don't think that he realized that it was not Kylie that he saw, which begs the question of, if it did happen, who was the female portraying to be Kylie? Because that would be very important to discover who it was. And which also tells me that that's a made up scenario in the beginning, in the first place. Because had that been a real case, okay, had that really been the real deal, right? There is no way. What, you think the cops are able to just say, oh, we're not going to we're not going to investigate this. We don't need to. No, they cannot. They flat out cannot cherry pick what they're going to investigate and not investigate. That doesn't work like that, okay? It just definitely doesn't work like that. Pardon me. Yawning on the live stream? How rude. So, anyways, you know, it's just, I think a lot of us just get to the point where we're over it. Like, kind of knowing that people aren't willing to accept the truth, so they just go with anything just to have a belief, of sort. It's just not enough for me. But um, um, I don't care if the roadside assistance guy did service someone else's car, and if you thought that it was Kylie, I know that it wasn't, and that's all that matters to me. I don't give any attention or thought to it once I came to my conclusion that it's fake. There's a lot of Ponzi's in this case that that you have to be really careful not to fall for. Um, a lot of made up bullshit. And I think that even some of the threats that were put out were fictitious in nature, um, to further confuse and muddy up the waters a little bit further, better on, yet still to make everybody deterred from what actually they needed to be paying attention to. But there is some kind of conspiracy in Truckee that nobody tells on anybody, and everybody takes their garbage that they brought in and no one hides anything from no one. Just they hide everything from everyone. Yeah, that's what that means. The schmucky way, like shh. No, no one is gonna tell. No one's gonna tell. All for one and one for all. That's how they think. That's what they believe in. But it isn't. It isn't real at all whatsoever. Hey, if it was such a close knit community and all this and that bullshit, then why? Why wasn't Lindsay and Tony continued to be supported by the community? Why did they have to move out of the community? They couldn't find a they couldn't find a way to stay in that community. What's up? I thought they were hella tight, bro. Just asking. Because, they claim they're all tight and shit. I'm just saying, like, seems odd, to tell you the truth. Freaking joke. Oh, and because she could be halfway around the world by now. Oh, and even if you were not the party or if you never knew her, you still need to come talk to me right now. My name is Sammy Smith. I'm running the Teen to Teen, and we can go into this creepy ass van right here and talk. And I know it's creepy, but that's what we're gonna do. Yeah. But we'll meet you guys wherever you want. Like I'll go as far as you guys need for me to. But did she? She says, "Look, I'm not leaving here until we find my friend, Jack." When she left, she never went back. And guess what? I'll take your name to jail with me. What would be the point of saying anything to anyone if they said that to you? Look, it don't matter, dude. I'll just take your name to jail if you tell me anything. What's the point of me telling you anything? There is no point of me telling you nothing. That's why I'm not telling you nothing, right? So that's where it's at for me. I don't pay no mind or attention to none of that or any of those assholes that could at the time say one thing and have intuitions of sorts of foul play and how something definitely happened at this party and something definitely happened to Kylie and all this shit, and then just to, I guess, walk away from it because there's literally and there has not been anything holding them back from speaking out their minds or releasing whatever videos they might still have on the case. It's just all a bunch of crap, and I don't pay attention to people that string other people along just for the sake of it. They want notoriety, they want to be recognized, they want to be known for doing great things. There's plenty of other people that'll do that for them. I'm not one. I don't much mind. I don't much. It's nothing personal, okay? Because I didn't know Kylie, but it's as quick as they were to turn their back. Is I was just as quick as to turn away and not look back too. I mean, I'm not gonna keep paying attention to people that freaking betrayed Kylie and turned their backs on her, but accepted a Hellcat at the same time, right? And walked away, and then be all like, "Shh, nah, we're not saying shit." Make everybody believe that there's some kind of dumbass gag order that never existed since this case never seen the light of a courtroom. All the shenanigans. As long as we know that Kylie Rodney didn't drown, someone took her life, and to conceal it and hide it, they put her body in her car and hid it in a lake. She was never meant to be found, right? The idea was to deflect everyone's attention away from Prosser long enough for the cause of death to be um, masked and concealed so that they would get away with the perfect red rum in my mind. But Nothing is perfect. Everything has its flaws. And in this case, the flaw is if you drown, you aspirate water. If that didn't happen, you didn't drown. So there it is. And there you have it. There's my thoughts and my theories and speculations and beliefs on Nick, the AAA roadside assistance guy that I don't give any credit to at all whatsoever. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. God bless you all. Have a great night. We love you, Kylie. Bye for now.